Today is the dramatic conclusion of the intercollegiate solar car competition called Sunrace 97. Thousands of people have come to witness the engineering brilliance of young men and women whose hard work and dedication have brought them to this exciting moment. They've also come to discover what sets the winning team apart from the rest of the field. 9 race days ago at the Indy 500 Speedway, 36 of the most respected engineering schools in North America lined up for the start of this dramatic 1,200-mile contest of speed and strategy. 2 universities have been battling for the lead: Cal State Los Angeles, which has held first place since day 5 of the race, and the defending champion, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. In a moment, the clock will stop and the university with the lowest total elapsed time will win. Which team will be able to say, "We're number 1"?
We want the whole country to know that Cal State LA, it's among the best in engineering, and because we really believe that we are.
So I'm very proud of certainly the Solar Eagle project. It's we took it on and to a great extent to make that kind of statement that our kind of institution could match or exceed a level of excellence of the best universities in the country, and I think we're proving that.
We had to build a car. To do that, we all had to sit down and decide what kind of car, you know, go through the process of what it should look like and aerodynamics.
The students started with the car and its design about 2 years ago, and to put some of the stuff together that would, you know, eventually make the car a reality.
So we have a car which is, I mean, not to sound conceited, is probably one of the best engineered in the race.
I mean, for the last 2 years, we've been, you know, coming in on Saturdays and coming in during the week and making parts, and it's kind of just been, you know, go, 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 school, work, Solar Eagle, school, work again.
Fun, fun, fun.
The School of Engineering, I guess, and Technology, it's very unique, unlike other engineering schools. First off, we're not the largest compared to other much larger private universities.
What makes it better is there's a lot of one-on-one.
Basically, I define a good professor as someone who can describe things very well and make complex topics very memorable and more clear to us. And there are many complex topics in engineering.
I get to know the students by their names, and I am able to call upon them if I want to by name in every one of them in a class, which would be much more difficult in a big class.
A good professor is someone who can inspire.
It's not an impersonal institution.
And they want to make sure that the students are learning. They want to make sure that they can get the best environment in which they can learn. There are many facilities involved in the school where the faculty can use those facilities to the best of their knowledge to teach their students.
We are there to help students you know, fulfill their academic goals.
I think just because the students have that access, students really take advantage of it and are allowed to, say, compete in many forms of competitions, being in the different disciplines, being civil, electrical, mechanical, and technology. This being kind of a unique one where it's not really one, say, specific club. It's sort of a group of students from these various disciplines that got together through the administration to work on this project.
Even the public that shows up, I see these old guys come in and they've been engineers for 40 years and now they're retired and say, "Boy, that's gorgeous! You got the best car here." It's really gratifying.
The technology department is great. I love it. I'm really interested in getting research and development in the auto industry, and this is a good way to, to get familiar with cars and systems and onboard computers. I mean, you want to talk about high tech. These cars are very high tech.
We want this to be an example to those of you who are here from high schools visiting us today of what's possible through an institution that is committed to quality, inclusivity, and excellence. Thank you.
Solar Eagle. The Solar Eagle went on to compete in national and international competitions, playing first in California, fourth in the nation, and 10th in the world. The much faster Solar Eagle 2 was built on the success of its predecessor. At Sunrace 93, Solar Eagle 2 began in 26th place after experiencing electrical failure. Despite the unforeseen complication, the car battled back to dominate 4 of the 7 race days and finished 3rd overall. Their constant aim for perfection has produced a 3rd chapter in the Solar Eagle saga. And now, what we've all been waiting for, welcome the Solar Eagle 3!
And that is next week. We're going to be taking the car to a qualifying event in Mesa, Arizona. There will be 63 cars total who will be competing for a spot at Sunrace 97, which will occur in June. Only 40 cars will be selected, and of course, we'll be one of them.
The qualification process was one in which we had to submit our vehicle for inspection, where it was measured and inspected to ensure that all of the rules were met in terms of sizing and height and the area for the solar cells and the safety regulations and braking regulations and so on.
To pass the test, and this is what we got, 3.19. So we're in. Yeah.
The main thing we had to go through was scrutineering process, making sure we had all the requirements in the car, the roll bar, the lights, the horn.
Are you ready? 1, 2. 6.8.
Yes.
All right.
And then we had to go through the dynamic testing, doing the figure eights.
And then we had to drive the car on a track and at speeds greater than 25 miles an hour and accumulate more laps than anybody else, or more miles than anybody else in a certain period of time.
The teams with their solar cars have arrived at the Indy 500 Speedway. Tomorrow they get ready. The next day, the race begins.
Cal State LA, the race status is blue, which means they have a race position and they don't need to go out and qualify tomorrow.
For having been on a Sunrace team and what it means to your future and all the learning curve that you've gained from that. So I'd also like to give everyone here a round of applause.
Today's the day. The cars will line up and the 1,200-mile, 9-day Sunrace 97 will be underway.
EV1 will leave at the entry to the cold pit. Jeff, he will stop you and we will immediately start a single line traditional Sunrace start.
Sunrace 97 is a race actually that they have every 2 years now. but it's a race that's sponsored by GM and EDS, and it's a race where about 40 different colleges and universities, basically from Canada down to Mexico, are involved, and this year it happens to be about a 1,200-mile race from Indianapolis all the way to Colorado Springs. And it's basically just a race with electric cars that are able to charge their batteries using only the sun on this 1,200-mile route. It's over about a 10-day period.
Oh, kiss it.
The third qualifying car is MIT, Cal State LA is second, and in the pole position is George Washington University.
Well, on behalf of the sponsors, General Motors, EDS, and of course the Department of Energy, we're very proud to be here, and I'd like to officially welcome you and start Sunrace 97.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your energy conversion.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Wave the flag.
President Sam Halbert.
The competition is pretty tight because we've slipped back a few positions in our standing. But yeah, it does worry me because you know, I don't want to slip back. I want to move forward. And we started out second. I want to stay second and first. That's all.
Playing tag basically with MIT, they'd be ahead of us, we'd be ahead of them, they'd be ahead of us. You know, that was really exciting too.
Just gonna win. We're gonna win.
We have high clouds and partial sun at the start of day 2. MIT is in first place, followed by Stanford. After George Washington comes Cal State LA, now in 4th place.
4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Here in Marshall, right on Route 40 and Route 1, the corner of Route 40 and Route 1 in Marshall. And these solar cars are coming through, and let me tell you, they're looking good.
Ultimately, the decision comes down to how fast should we be going right now.
Motor minus 2708.
If we go too fast, then we use more energy than we have. If we go too slow, then we end up with energy left over. So I want to just go the speed where we match the energy that we use with the energy that we have.